small particle wipe down, deep cleaning after you have, either after remediation or if your mold numbers show up high and there are various steps to be followed. I have a wonderful cleaning service. We had two ladies come in. They understood what needed to be done. So observe how it's being done. Because people get confused, like, how do I clean the walls? How do I clean the ceilings? What does it mean by deep clean vacuuming? So the vacuum being used is a very strong HEPA filter vacuum.
To the BioNexus Health podcast with Dr. Jodi A. Darshaw, who holds a PhD in Integrative Medicine, is board certified in Integrative Pediatrics, an internationally recognized pioneering clinician, and author. And now here's your host of BioNexus Health podcast, Dr. Jodi A. Darshaw.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the BioNexus Health podcast. Today you will see brief excerpts from the post-remediation deep cleaning that we did for Brian's apartment in New York. So this will give you an idea when I discuss with you guys at your appointments about small particle wipe down, deep cleaning after you have, either after remediation or if your mold numbers show up high and there are various steps to be followed. So this is the deep cleaning that I talk about, right? It is best to tackle it one room at a time. I have a wonderful cleaning service. We had two ladies come in. They understood what needed to be done. This wasn't really post remediation. This was, I should say, it was post construction, because it was an old co-op condo that we bought, and then we pretty much redid everything. It was down to the studs, and we rebuilt the entire apartment. So for the one-bedroom apartment, it took them about 8 hours for the wipe down, deep cleaning. I mean, it was literally everything, right? Because everything was new. There was new construction dust. Additionally, since the building is older, we don't really know what else could have been there. The windows are brand new. The air conditioner videos you saw, that was brand new. And you saw how we maintained with biweekly to monthly cleaning and filter change, right? That was another video, the air conditioning maintenance. But this one is about the small particle wipe down. Observe that you will see the ladies are using a large spray bottle. Now this large spray bottle contains the Mold Max all-purpose cleaner, right? Because Mold Max is 16 ounces. I need it for the whole apartment, so we just put it in 2 spray bottles so it would last them. So observe how it's being done. Microfiber cloth has been used. Now, all of these instructions I give you guys in your protocol at the end. So this is just a brief visual how that needs to be done. Because people get confused, like, how do I clean the walls? How do I clean the ceilings? What does it mean by deep clean vacuuming? So the vacuum being used is a very strong HEPA filter vacuum. Since the windows are new, who knows, they came from the warehouse. We got to get rid of everything, right? So the lady from the cleaning service, you'll see she's vacuuming the screens. She's vacuuming the window tracks between the screen and the actual window that comes down. And she's wiping down the window as well. Kitchen cabinets, the walls, the ceiling, she's dusting. You will see in one video with the duster, and you will see that there are hi-hats, right? Meaning there is recessed lighting. Now, recessed lighting has its own, bucket-like container. Now, we need to go in and wipe around there as well. Obviously, be careful if the light bulb is hot. but you have to go in and wipe around the can just to pretty much making everything dust free. That was the goal, and wiping down with the mold mat. So the mold, the actinos, any other kind of endotoxins, bacteria are all killed off and wiped out. So that's the purpose. Okay, cool. So I'll let you watch the video. And sorry, the video is going to be, I forgot to take it widescreen, both of them, the air conditioning maintenance video and this one. On the phone, I simply forgot the widescreen, and there was so much going on. So initially, I thought I would make it into shorts, but I didn't. It ended up being a brief, video, like a feature video instead of reels or shorts. But anyways, I hope it's helpful. All right, I'll see you guys next time.
Cleaned your floors, wiped your counters, even dusted the shelves. But what about the invisible threat clinging to your ceilings, hiding in your window tracks, buried in your cabinet corners? For many, especially those recovering from mold exposure, a surface clean isn't enough. Real healing starts with deep environmental detox, and today we show you how it's done, step by step. Dust doesn't settle, it clings, especially in high dry zones, ceiling corners, crown molding, and the narrow gap between your window screen and the frame. This is where mold spores, dust mites, and biotoxins accumulate, untouched for years. Professional remediation isn't just about killing mold. It's about removing the reservoir. Start high. Use an extendable microfiber duster. No shaking, no stirring. Just gentle, deliberate sweeps along the ceiling line. Then, lift the screen. Vacuum the track with a HEPA crevice tool. Every millimeter matters because if it's not removed, it's still in your air. After mold removal, the real work begins. Empty every cabinet, top to bottom. Spray a non-toxic, biocide-free solution onto every shelf, corner, and hinge. Let it dwell, then wipe, not once, but twice. First to lift residue, second with a dry microfiber to polish. Walls? Don't just wipe, flush. Mist the upper third with a large spray bottle, then wipe downward in overlapping strokes. Baseboards get the same treatment. Spray, wait, vacuum, wipe. This isn't cleaning, it's decontamination. And it requires tools that reach. Ladders, long handles, HEPA filtration, and people who understand what needs to be done without being told. One deep clean changes the baseline. Consistent maintenance keeps it safe. Every 72 hours, revisit high zones. Dust is a biofilm carrier. It traps moisture, feeds mold. Keep a dedicated cleaning cart. Large spray bottles, color-coded microfiber cloths, HEPA vacuum, ladder. Open windows only when outdoor humidity is below 50%. Run air filtration 24/7. And remember, cleaning is not punishment, it's protection. A daily act of care for your space, your air, your nervous system. If this helped you see your home differently, if you're ready to move from surface clean to deep safety, subscribe.
Thank you for joining Master Herbalist Dr. Jody A. Dashaw, Director of the BioNexus Health Clinic and BioNexus Herbals, on the BioNexus Health Podcast, where we explore and share information and stories about recovering and healing from chronic and environmental illnesses such as mold biotoxin illness, Lyme disease, autism spectrum disorder, fatigue, Crohn's and colitis, mast cell activation syndrome, PANS, and more. Please help us grow our message by subscribing to our podcast channel and sharing the podcast on your social networks.